Did Diddy's house burn down in a fire? People have been sharing posts stating that Diddy's house burned down in a fire.
So y'all know all that fire and shit going on in California. So allegedly, P. Diddy's mansion in California has been completely consumed by fire. It should be noted that the house will be under investigation in a couple of days where many names will be involved in the case. Unfortunately, that will no longer be possible. Baby, ain't this convenient? And like, I don't know how true this is, but if it is true, like, these motherfucking rich people be knowing what the fuck they doing. He probably was like, the motherfucking California on fire, girl, set their motherfucking house ablaze. And the crazy part about it, if you looking at this picture, like, if this is a real picture, like, it's crazy how, like, ain't none of the grass on fire, just the house. Baby, if this is real, you set that motherfucker on fire. You had somebody to set the motherfucker on fire. Like, I'm not buying it. Now, if he did have, like, nothing to do with the house being set on fire, baby, like, you got the best luck ever, girl. Like, you might just get off.
So, no, Diddy's house did not burn down. And I'll give you a few reasons why. Okay. So, the first thing is he lives at 200 Mapleton Drive. Now, on the Watch Duty website, this is where we've been getting our evacuation and fire information. You will notice that his home is outside that area. Now, he doesn't have an evacuation warning, nothing. It's you're fine. Everything south of the 405 is pretty much good. Here's where the fire is in the Palisades. I have a better chance of having my place burnt down where I'm at in proximity. The fire is closer to me than it is to P. Diddy at this point. And I'm not trying to be funny, it's the truth. Well, Newsweek is stating that his home has not been affected by the fires. Newsweek decided to reach out. Isn't that nice of them? They reached out to Combs' people to see if they were, affected by the fire. Also, Justin Combs posted some resources for folks that were victims of the fire on his Instagram story. Now, the last thing, this one should really hit home, but in March, FBI conducted raids of his homes in Miami and in Los Angeles. As part of their investigation, they had helicopters come in, they had teams of people come in, they had the children outside, handcuffed, and they were very aggressive in their search for whatever they knew they were looking for or whatever they could find. In that raid, they were able to uncover firearms, many that weren't registered, ammunition, narcotics, and thousands of bottles of baby oil, reportedly linked to some of the freak-offs, correct? Right. So I have had a few friends tell me in the past that once the federal government is onto you, they know. And they will have you on a list and they will look you up and they will pretty much follow you. They've assembled their case against you. So once they go into your personal space, they're just grabbing things to corroborate what they have already, right? So it's not likely that they have this opportunity where Combs had his guard down, because they probably would not have found any of those things that I mentioned and turn them places inside out to get everything that they need. They would not allow evidence to sit there because the kids have access to the house and he could just have a team come in and clean it up. That's just not how things work. It sounds like a really fun Netflix movie, but that's not how things work. So if that was the case, let's get rid of the evidence. It would have had to have happened a long time ago. And while I don't mind people like playing around with some of these theories, and we know that a lot of folks are creating this kind of content because it goes viral, because it's interesting, it's more interesting than the truth sometimes. I think it's disrespectful to the people that are victims of the fire. There are people who lost loved ones, who have lost their pets, who have lost everything, who's lost generational wealth. Okay? Like, this is a forever event that will, for some people, never ease, never feel better. They'll never recover. A lot of people won't rebuild for multiple reasons. gone in an instant. I think that it's effed up that some people are using this as an opportunity to gain more traction, more likes, more views, and more money by spreading misinformation. I get that we are in our age of misinformation. That is how elections are won. That's how people are going viral. That is how greedy and evil people are able to thrive in this society. I just cannot bring myself to do it. I just can't. I can't. So there are a lot of creators who have integrity and will continue to report and separate fact from fiction. If you are that type of person, not that we're holier than thou, we're not going that far. We gets in the mud. What I will not do is sit here and hang my city out to dry just so I could drive up views. What I'm not going to do is sit here and allow people to disrespect my city and the people here because they don't know the difference between fact and fiction. And there are a lot of people that don't. With that being said, if you're still here, please help me to push this video out by hitting the like button. If you are not subscribed, this is a great opportunity for you to do so. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I talk about all kinds of things from pop culture to politics to viral videos on TikTok. You never know what you're going to get. But one thing you can count on is me being consistently me. And it always being a very interesting angle, if you will. So thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all again soon. Bye.